Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Gran Turismo Sport. Today we're going to be doing, revisiting a series of races, purely because I have done them already, but I have to redo them because I had microphone issues and stuff was not working for some reason. But we did I forget what cup it was. It was the Mazda Roadster Cup. There are now 7 races. So we have to do just these last 2, because they added those, later on in the game. Like the last update, they added 2 more races to the series. So this is going to be like a part 2 of the Mazda Roadster Cup. Yeah, like it came out. Once they added them, I was like, well, I'm going to go back and finish those 2 races before I continue with the series. But the issue is that if you've been watching my recent videos prior to this, I've had a lot of trouble with my last microphone. I actually had to disconnect that one. That one is basically unusable for some reason. I don't know what happened. I was using it like the microphone like I normally would use it. I never dropped it, threw it. I don't know why I would. It's never had to even be moved. Especially nowhere near the time that it stopped working. It was like all of a sudden one day it just didn't work. It just was really, really staticky, and I was getting really annoyed and frustrated with it, and I thought it was the wire. Turns out it was not the wire. It was the microphone itself. It almost sounds like it's a grounding issue, if I had to guess. Because it gets sound, but it just has massive, it's like, I believe it was somewhere near 30 decibels of, or maybe, I think it's negative 30 decibels of sound, and that's just way too much. Like, I edit my videos so my voice is at, I believe, just 10 standard decibels. I try to get it close to that, because that's right before you get to the red line and it starts sounding like poopy. And I do need a different controller. If you guys just heard how the RPMs on this car shot up, I was holding the right trigger down pretty far, but apparently it has a weird click in it. Huh. And it also, my left joystick, for some reason on this controller, the left joystick likes to randomly go left. Like, it'll drift left just a little bit. It's not really a big problem in a racing game. It's more of an issue when you have to, like, click over on stuff. But this is very, very decent. Oh, it's only a 2-lapper. I have been going back through the game, though, and doing some of these races again. Purely to get, like, the most difficult thing to get in this game is, like, the actual, I think it's the mileage points. Whatever one you have to use to buy upgrades for a car, not what you actually buy a car with. I don't know if I think I have been messing with this car since the last episode, because it feels a lot more agile, I guess you could say. Especially when you do that dumb stuff. And I did also learned, actually today, I was messing around online. What car was it? Oh, the Jaguar E-Type. I was having issues with the thing just oversteering way too much, and I didn't know. I knew that the anti-roll bars were to prevent body roll, but I wasn't aware that if you make the front anti-roll bar, I don't know if it's heavier or tighter or whatnot, like, if you turn it up, it makes it so you have more understeer, and if you lower the rear, it gives you, or no, if you tighten the rear, it gives you a lot of oversteer. So I had to fiddle around with that for a little while, because I was trying to make a, I'll show you guys at the end of this video. I was trying to make like a specific, because I won that Jaguar E-Type from the last video, I believe. Maybe not. It might have been just a day I logged on and did some races. But for some reason, I now have 3 Jaguar E-Types, one of which I bought, and 2 of which I was gifted from, you get like a daily reward thing if you drive like, I don't know, 30 miles or something like that. And I got that twice. So I now have the stock one that I like using in like the car shows and stuff. It usually doesn't win the car shows because the people that judge the car shows look for more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like custom liveries instead of like stock stuff. Kind of like the complete opposite of real life, but with real life, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to keep a car looking like factory. Like if you went to a car show and you saw what looked like a factory Jaguar E-Type, that would be like a winner immediately. You usually don't look for a car that has a bunch of liveries and decals on it. Really? Really a pink one? Yeet. Late braking. Oh, this is that new track. That's why are you doing that? Why did you fly over that much? I know it was a yellow flag, but they should, I don't know, learn how to drive. The headlights on that almost remind me of the Alfa Romeo, what is it, the 4C? They're the tail lights, not the headlights. I think I said headlights. Passing on your right. Like you're not supposed to do. I would have used the newer Mazda that they added, like the one in front of us, which is actually the older Mazda, but it's the new one to the game. I would have used it for this, but when I started this series, it wasn't in the game yet. It is now, but I want to use a different car for every series. So this is still considered the same event, I would say. What is my traction control set to? 3. Let's knock that off. And yeet. Get way over on the left. This turn you have to kind of slam on the brakes. It doesn't really feel like it has enough power. I don't know why. I should have finished that sentence. I feel like it doesn't have enough power to really kick the back end out. Obviously, if you're already going fast enough, you can. But I mean, like, flooring it and, like, pulling off a drift or something. Maybe it can, just a little. If I actually try to. Yeah, boy. But it's really, really controllable. when you're doing that. So I don't really get why I had any traction control on at all, unless it's... I really don't think I did fiddle with the suspension or really any settings with this other than maybe the tires and power and weight. Usually the first thing I go for is added power. I know that weight definitely helps, but I immediately go straight for adding more power to the car. Because I feel like adding like 100 or 200 horsepower to a car on a game is significantly better than dropping a couple 100 pounds. Even though I don't know exactly how much weight you can lose on one of these cars. Yeah. I don't know why I was just gonna sing the McDonald's theme. I'm hating it. Pulling off a little bit of drift. I don't know. I don't think this would be a very bad drift car. It is if you're doing an actual race. I just feel like it would need a little more power. Which I think this does have more power than what I have on it right now. Because I think you have to have it at a set, like a set amount in order to participate in this series. Ooh, that was a good one. I even hit the apex while drifting. See ya, bitch? And cross the line. Okay. So we won both races. That was fairly easy. Wait. Yeah, mileage points is what you use to upgrade your cars. I don't remember what the other stuff is, though. Like is it credits? It's just a number. I don't know what it goes by, though. So that's all of those. I am going to show you my Jaguar E-Type that I was talking about earlier. Right here. I tried to make it look different. I was gonna do, if I remember to do it, I'll put up a picture of like the Aston Martin look that I was going for. I wanted to make the face of the car kind of look like that. Yes, I'm well aware this is not an Aston Martin, but it's still British, so I was thinking that look would look good with the like dark racing green with the racing yellow. But I ended up going with the green. I did originally have the trim around the headlights and that little red area on the front. I had that set up in yellow, but then I decided to make all the chrome black. All the chrome that you could make black, I made black. And I did some very simple other work. Obviously, my license plate that takes 45 minutes to make. If I click view, it's gonna take me to that stupid page, I bet. Yeah. Well, at least you can see a little better. I think I set it up pretty nice. There really wasn't a big set of options for different rims. I was thinking about just painting the stock rims, but then I was like, I want to make it look different. I didn't want it to look like any other car that you just see in the game. So I decided to make my own liveries and do all that, even though it's not really any liveries at all. It's just paint. But I am going to be ending the episode there. Next week, let me see what we're going to be doing next week. I do believe it is I think I already did that one, so it's either this one. Actually, it's going to be one of the last ones that I already did because I recorded the last 2 episodes. Okay, so the next one is going to be the Wankel engine one, which I already did and had to delete that video for the same reasons that I had to delete the one I'm currently recording previously. But in that one, I made a silver Mazda RX-7, like the one that's in the picture there. Because there's only 3 different cars that you even can use, I do believe. Yeah, it's the old RX-7, the newer one, and the like weird rotary engine thing. I don't even really know what to call that. So I'm going with the newer RX-7. So I will see you guys in that episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I said my outro completely backwards. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click one of my previous, next, and related videos. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.